You're gonna roll this down.
This is the Paul Manza giving a demonstration about how to put handles on your sandbag.
I'm gonna have to sign this when it's done. So you're gonna roll it down, roll the top down like this, and here's, you go ahead and start taping right here.
Make sure you get my bald spot.
Take a piece from here and go all the way across.
Look at the skill with those hands.
Please don't stab my leg.
Oh, son of a monkey.
Did you get it?
A slight. There we go. Mischief managed.
Okay. That just tears really easily, by the way. You might want to avoid the knife.
Now I know.
Okay.
So you
grab
can tell
your rope.
this demonstration was not planned
You
beforehand.
have two?
No, I got one long 15-footer.
Cut that right there.
Is that going to give me handles on both sides? Or handles on both sides?
Yeah. We got to do two separate ones.
I have extra rope, Ben, if you need extra rope too.
Here's the extra rope.
That's called Milo thickness. We got that one over there.
That was stupid on our part, by the way, right there, Ben.
We should have taped it first.
Yeah, just tape it now.
So this tutorial is totally...
We want to make sure and show the people what happens in the event that you do it wrong.
That's true. So
The mistake is not I mean, you're not completely lost at this point. So
The-
before you cut that, like we just did, make sure you tape it, and the cut is much easier.
and the reason why you tape it is because it starts to unfurl at the end. And that's the reason why he's burning it right now. Not because he's a pyro, but he's melting the ends together. So that way they stay together.
Oh, that's already pretty good on that.
Okay.
All right. So the key is, and we kind of talked about this a second ago, but right here, you want to make one handle, and we'll come back and do the other one later.
Okay.
But you want to leave about 3 inches below the bag on each side. Okay. I don't know, with 3 or 4 inches. So what you're gonna do is start taping. Go ahead and just tack tape it right here, all the way up. Short pieces, tack tape it all the way up. There we go. And this is probably when you want to position the. We'll put the rope where you want to position. Pretty close to the center. There we go. That's about where you want it. So when you asked about how long, you don't want it very high up. You want that weight to be as close to your hands as possible. Okay, before you do that, are you going to put PVC on this one for sure?
I can put it on the other side. It doesn't really matter. I just want it on one side.
Okay, well, we'll do it on the other side. So we can. All right, go ahead and. So you've got it tacked in place right now. At this point, go ahead and start wrapping all the way about midway down.
Okay.
And you want to get that pretty solid all the way around. Evenly distributed. So if you need to stop and kind of shake it out and make it, at this point, Ben, it should be pretty tight. I'm going to go ahead and start tightening, making sure the tape is tight up against that. All right.
More or no?
Yeah, let's just finish it right in the middle. There you go. Okay, so you got that. You got a pretty solid base of tape right here. What you're gonna do with this 3 or 4 inches now, Matt, this is straight from Matt Willis. You're gonna J-hook it back up.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and tack it right there. Actually, maybe one at the bottom and one at the top. So what that little move right there does is it makes sure that when you pick up your bag to go on your farmer's walk or whatever it is you're gonna do, the rope, if you'll notice right here, Milo, come in right here. When you pull that up, the rope's actually gonna be pulling up against itself. We're gonna tape it all the way around in a second, but that's gonna prevent the rope from pulling out of the tape and you losing your handle in the middle of your event. So definitely want to do that. Same tack it on the side over here. I'm gonna need to cut this again. Give me a piece of tape about right here. Yep.
When you guys cut the rope, you guys want to make sure that you guys don't use a serrated knife blade, because otherwise they'll fray the rope even more. And if you notice how they put the tape all the way around and then cut it in the middle, so when they cut it in the middle, that way they automatically have both sides already pre-taped.
Okay, so we've got both sides of our bag, of our rope, J-hooked back up. That's going to create a pretty secure lift when we go to lift the bag up. It's not going to pull out. It's a lot less likelihood of it pulling out. If you'll notice, we didn't just hook it and then tape it first. We taped it around, then brought the hook up. We're going to tape it around all the way up now, and you've got a pretty secure bag at that point. So go ahead and start taping from the bottom up. You're going to try and cover as much of it, get as much of that as you can. One other thing real quick, Ben, before you go all the way around there. Let's show them on this side. Go ahead. So when you get to the part where the rope is, make sure that the tape is pressed in the crevice there. Just a little bit more secure, that's all. Nothing major, but just so you have that. While he's doing that, I'm gonna run and get my water. I'm about to pass out.
Wrapping.
So you're gonna go, keep going. You'll make your last wrap, probably where we're at. Okay. So let's tear right there. So we're at the top now. And we're not gonna just keep wrapping all the way to the top here. At some point you've got to turn your bag sideways. Make sure again that it's as evenly distributed from top to bottom as possible, because what you don't want is to have a really awkward shaped bag whenever you get out there, but this is probably pretty perfect. So now we're going to start going the opposite way with your tape.
Okay.
Okay.
Even before we do the next handle, or do the next handle?
Nope, you want to do it, well, I guess we could do that now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. So you're going to repeat the same process. If you want a handle on both sides of your bag, repeat the same process that we did with the first one. But we're going to show you, he wants PVC on one side of his bag. So, Roy, help us out for a second here if you don't mind, bud. You cut that to what you need lengthwise. Probably use that table. Yeah. So real quick on the PVC part of it, you'll notice Ben's kind of measuring it with his hand. You don't want it too much bigger than the size of your hand, because all you're going to do is all you're going to be doing with that is carrying. If you make it any longer than your hand, it's going to get in the way. So hand width, maybe a little bit bigger, but that's about it. So go ahead and measure it to your sizing, pack it off. Roy, if you'll do me a favor and take this. prep a knife and right in the middle. Please don't cut my hand.
I try not to.
They've already signed waivers, by the way.
Go ahead and make the blade bigger.
Yeah, he could.
I don't want to miss it.
He's used to it being small.
I don't want his wife to beat me.
Other side.
I forgot the file.
I might have a file in the shed.
That's alright, I can just clean up the shavings.
Look, file.
Were you a Boy Scout?
Absolutely no.
You were
Wish I
MacGyver.
MacGyver, I was MacGyver once. All right, do you have sandpaper by chance?
I do not.
I might have some in the shed.
All right, home anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. We've got your piece of PVC pipe right here. What you ideally want to do, again, all this is completely stolen from Matt Willis, the guy who knows what he's doing when it comes to sandbags. But his idea was, and it makes a lot of sense, you want to rough this up so that it's not smooth and slips out of your hand when you're carrying it. So take a piece of sandpaper. I'm not sure what grade sandpaper you want to use, just enough to make it nice and rough all the way around. It's not going to hurt your hand even if you don't have gloves on, but it's going to give you a little bit extra grip so that, because you're going to be out here in the middle of the night, especially in the summertime, you're trying to carry these bags, you're going to get sweaty. If it's a smooth piece of PVC, all it's going to do is keep slipping out of your hand. It's going to defeat the purposes of helping it out. Sandpaper it up. I mean, we've got some cement here. We could just, even that's making a little bit of a difference. See how you got that little bit of extra grip on that?
Yeah.
You want to do that all the way around when you get home. But slide that piece of the PVC on, and then just repeat the process again of getting the rope on your bag.
What width is that PVC pipe?
I'm not sure, Ben.
Is that an inch or?
It's probably got to be an inch, and it's not Schedule 40. It's cheap stuff. So 1 inch Schedule 40 is going to be too large a diameter. The outer diameter, you're going to lose grip. Your hand's going to get too tired.
Also, just you don't want it much bigger. You'll see that fits perfectly. The rope fits perfectly around that one. There's a little bit of give. You want that because once you pick up your bag anyway, it's going to stay wherever you hold it. You can move it if you need to, but you don't want anything thinner than that, or diameter-wise, you don't want anything smaller than that, because you don't want it tearing up your rope, and you don't want anything bigger than that, because then it slides entirely too much. So that's perfect the way you've got it here. So whatever size rope you get, make sure you find the right size PVC for that. So let's go ahead and tack this back on.
Did you get that rope at Home Depot? So that's what,
Yeah,
3/4 poly braid?
5/8 poly braid.
Oh, 5/8?
Yeah.
Okay.
61 cents a foot.
Hey, Paul. Matt Willis, is it Matt Willis or Matthew Willis? Because I know two guys.
Matt Willis.
Matt,
Matthew Willis, the parkour guy.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like. I'm not sure if you were calling Matthew and Matt. All right.
J-hook this, tape it, or tack it, and then this time you can go all the way up to the top with it though, after you tack it.